Move like only you can.
Yes.
Go by each and every juror, God.
Yes, Lord.
Touch their minds and their hearts,
Yes.
and allow them to see what we don't want to see.
Yes.
Allow them to feel what we don't want them to feel.
Yes.
Allow them to understand what we don't want to understand. Whatever it is that is having them indecisive or not really sure, God, go in and correct that wrong.
Yes, Jesus.
Only you know exactly what happened that night.
Yes.
And in spite of what we've assumed and what we've gathered from pieces of evidence, God, we know that you're the only one to get the glory out of this. I ask right now, in the precious name of Jesus,
Yes, Jesus.
touch the jurors,
Yes,
God.
God.
We don't want to be here another day.
Yes, Jesus.
We don't want to be here another hour. We don't want to be here next
Yes,
week for this same old God. We're asking
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
And we're believing that everything that you promise you're going to deliver today.
Yes.
We're claiming that not because we want it to be what we want, but God, there's so many people in this room hurting. When we get out of the courtroom, we're all kind of laughing and joking because you still have to go on. You can't just kind of wallow in sadness because it'll make everybody feel down. So we're lifting each other's spirits by being here together.
Well, we're just waiting on the jury to make their decision.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had said, they mentioned to you, like maybe it might be
Oh, it might be a hung jury.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, sort of kind of give us another chance.
It's up and down with emotions. We're trying to keep each other lifted. But there are some hard times, and it's difficult to kind of sit there and see him and kind of relive things that we've already had to go through and experience.
So that's my biggest concern about the kids. You know, they lost their mother and they lost their grandmother. So who's gonna pick up the pieces on that? You know, so that's when the family, get involved, and so therefore you got everybody separated. You got one over here and one over here and one over here. When Jock had all her kids together, everybody was always together with Bridget and Jock.
Not because we're going to look great on the news, not because we're going to be able to go back to our neighborhoods and say they found him guilty, not for that, but simply so that you can save our souls in the process. Sometimes we just have to slow down and honor you for being God. Sometimes we don't understand why things are happening the way they are, and that's okay. But everybody in this room, God, wants to just have a little piece of closure. Just a little piece, God. And in doing so, I ask that you would come into our hearts and our minds and our lives. Show up, show out like a